Hello, my friends, and thank you for joining me. This is Kate in the nest, and literally in the nest for, the last time I think that you'll see me in the nest before I start my big journey flying away across the sea. So it's a little poignant, and I've been busy prepping and packing, those two P words, which, is an absolute pleasure. But I'm down to some of the nitty-gritty, and I take things with me, and one of the things I have to do is take pins. Now, when I was in Adelaide, I bought some things, and I thought I'd share what I bought back from Adelaide. I don't know whether I made the video, maybe I did, but I bought these beautiful um, treasures, tiny, what do they say? The brand, I don't know whether I saw you that. Lawley, Ridgeways, Lawley, England. They mustn't be worth much, but they were being sold very cheaply. But I used them when I was down on Gabriella's table as pincushions, and all I did was wrap. I only had scraps. Since then, I've made one as a pincushion to go in, and do you know that they are so light that I've decided they're going to come with me to Canada, and then to Wisconsin, and then to Texas. Now, if they break, they break, but I will wrap them, and I need multiples. I don't think I will take the saucers, although I love the saucers. But I'm going to show you how to quickly make a pincushion to go in there. Was I going to show you anything else? That was the sugar bowl. That could go for scraps, but I don't want to break that, so they might have to stay home. And hey, it gives me, actually the other idea I had was that it gives me an excuse to find some other little vintage things when I'm over there. So I'm using a different method to my cupcake pincushion here. And I also have this nest that's half done, and seeing I'm leaving the nest, I'm taking some nests with me, and I thought we might have a look at that one in a minute. So pincushion and nests, and is the idea I've had. Okay, the idea with these is I want the next one to be bigger, and I'm using a different fabric that isn't Miss Rose Sister Violet's, but I still like the idea of using the saucer as my guide to size. Now, is that a waste of a big motif? No, never wasted when people are going to share it. Thinking of what's in the center, can't go wrong with now I'm getting mixed up. Let's go there. Then I've still got things left over. I mean, are you impressed? Oh, before I say are you impressed, are you well? What's happening in your nest? I've had a full nest this weekend, overflowing with love. I've been reading your messages, and that fills me with love. So I'm very appreciative of everything going on, and I've done a lot actually. So I'm feeling much better. I think I shared the other day I felt a little overwhelmed and like I had a lot of things to do, and I've just come to the point that, like everything, I just have to prioritize what's important. What will be, and this weekend it's been spending time with family, getting ready, and pinching myself that how lucky am I that this is happening. Now, this is friction, and I've gone bigger. Now, the reason I've gone bigger is this one falls down a little bit. It doesn't matter, but I wanted to see if I could make one bigger. And this also gives me a stitching line. Not that I need it, but just in case you wanted to know how to do this, it's basically we're just going to gather. And I'm going to use the line as a guide. I mean, that's unusual for me. I think it's like playing. I was just so influenced by being in Gabriella's beautiful space, which was so ladylike and so full of vintage and pretty things. I want to say hello, Janice. I've said hello to a lot of people, but Janice has been, is from Perth and has been sending me lots and lots of beautiful messages, and I don't think I've actually, said hi and thank you for her company. She came to both sets of workshops in Adelaide, flew there, so that's always appreciated. I'm almost to the point of, I nearly started to think that I could share something new that I'm going to do when I'm on the road, but I don't think I'm quite ready, so I'm going to reserve that. I think by the time this goes up, everyone will have plenty of videos to see from the other YouTubers who usually do Sunday ones. So you've seen me do quite a lot of vague things this week. So rather than starting off something new, this is pretty little pin cushions and a bit of nesting. So it's just like gathering anything. There's nothing new here. There's no skill required. But the result, I hope, is pretty. So the only secret is you need to make sure that you don't lose that first original string. Where is ye old recycled cushion? Because I do like using this foam, this stuff, better than rags, even though rags are sustainable. I may have overstuffed it. I'll take a little bit out. But like, this is when the magic happens. I'm sure you all know this, just when you pull something in. Now, you could pull it totally tight, which we might. It just depends on the size. Oh, look at that. We've got a big rose on top. And I just figured these are so light. At one point, I thought I could be making them in my hotel room, but and it's so much fun. Okay, so that means I can pull this all in tight. Yep. Oh, this is pretty fine work for Kate's fingers that don't do small things. Yep. And look, it's not the end of the world if they come undone. We can always poke more things in. So I think I'll put the teacups inside each other. Oh, can't see where my ties are. And these are like little pin balls. I think it would help me if I cut that. So this is the French antique, what am I saying? French vintage fabric that I got on my last trip to Nelson. So there you are, a little bit of Nelson. You're coming with us. Adelaide, you're coming with us. Look, can I show you how pretty they look? Okay, now let's do, so that's a little one that's a little bit smaller size. I want some really Kate in the Nest sort of fabric. What about a wild one? Brocade. Oh, no. I could use that too, but I think that's smaller. Do you remember me using this? I just love this. In fact, it might be easier. And it's all going to be pretty in there, but I like this because it's a bit of like India, paisley, all my favourite things. Oh! And how long did that take? I mean, even if you've got lots to do, you can make some of these. I see people sell them in shops and they put a lot more care into them and fill them with what's that stuff? Walnut. But for this purpose, this is literally, can you imagine my tables with lots and lots of workshoppers, and we use pins a lot for collage, so I want every so often there to be a pretty pincushion. So again, hard to see the lines on here. It doesn't matter, we're only gathering. Where is the line gone? It's getting dark here. So we're late afternoon. The days are lengthening though. Now, speaking of the chores, I haven't done any. I've just been blessed with a supportive family. My husband has, like, you won't believe, well, I know you know how supportive he is. He said he'd cook dinner tonight, even though he's tired. So he's going to make this beautiful meal, which is, we're having barramundi tonight. Last time we did it with schnapper. Did you hear how it went schnapper? I don't know why. And then it has a beautiful, like, hot sweet potato salad with it, and then Greek yogurt and parsley and a little bit of olives. It's amazing. So he's doing that, and so he just came back from shopping just before I started filming, and I was very grateful. And he said, and there's an extra thing in there for you. And he, I could cry, he knows how much I love prawns, and he knows that I always have to eat differently when I'm travel, which is a wonderful thing, so I'm not complaining. But he said for your lunch tomorrow, he'll be at work, and he said, you'll, how about I bought you these? And he bought me a little bunch of prawns. I don't know whether you call prawns bunches. But just so I can have a bit of my favourite fresh, sweet taste with some lettuce and sauce and, you know, just a prawn cocktail, basically, which will be my last in Australia for a little while. So anyway, that was just so thoughtful. So I'm in here feeling very blessed. My son came down and he has worked like a Trojan. He's gone through a lot of his vintage books and taking them back with him, and thus giving me some space for my journaling bits again in that room. And like, if you're new, you don't need to know the saga, but if you've been with me for a while, you know that I never plan to need a making space, let alone more than one room. So it was exciting to have the time with him, but also see his progress, which made him happy. And the bonus is we've got more space. All right, so there we are. We're up to give it a gather sort of feel. And let's put some stuffing in. Oh, it's camouflaged. I was going to say, how could I have misplaced that? Actually, I'm wearing my my pincushion ring in honour of Christian, who made these ones out of Liberty fabric, and Christian is the person who made me my K as well. So I don't use this ring as a pincushion, but you can see it's well loved because I wear it all the time, and sometimes it's got wet. Here we are. Look at that one. She looks a bit royal. And if you were here, well, you are. Better just check. I mean, what if I been making this? Have I been making this off camera the whole time? If I have, I'm so sorry. You haven't missed much, but I've moved everything around, of course. So there'll just have to be no watching and just listening. It's boring watching anyway, but I promise I'll be up here now. So let's just tie this off. And so I was about to say, let's think of one more. So it's going to be a trio of pin cushions. Look at that one. So we've got a rose. We've got that. I'm just looking around if there's something else that splinks out to me as very Kate. So I've got two reddish ones, haven't I? Maybe we need a yellow. Oh, what about the idea of a yellow velvet one with a bird? We'd waste the bird though, but maybe with the... I have to make them anyway, so here I am. Yeah, this one, I'm just going to cut a big circle. I've sacrificed the bird, everyone. I'm so sorry. I'll quickly do this one and we'll do some nests because really I just want to keep talking to you. You can tell that, can't you? Oh, birdie. Let's do my traditional cupcake instead of showing you the same thing again, and see if we can get a bird with these colours into the teacup. I think we can. Grab a little scrap blanket here. Oh, look at this for a scrap. I mean, you never know, do you? I've got my big. You can hear them going. This will be wonky, everyone, but that was looking too neat for me anyway. Okay, needle, please. Let's go fast and effective. Too much haste. Made the thread come out. This is going to be really wonky because I've forgotten that it should be a little bit of a actually, who knows what I'm doing. Now, can you see that? It's like my camera has gone around. If you haven't been able to see anything, just please accept my apologies. I've got no time to do it again. I'd rather have something up than nothing. I've just been, while I was doing some other prep, I was watching my friend Missy from Missy Made This's latest video. She's been on a quilting retreat and she's just the most beautiful person. It's just so lovely to watch her. We're not seeing each other in real life very often. We girls. So it's sort of nice to see her before I go away. All right, let's put some stuffing in there. I never even thought about where the pins will go into velvet. But remember, that's the story I tell about my mum making me buying her a beautiful velvet pin cushion. Yep. Okay, let's squash some more stuffing in there. See, just when I try and hurry, the needle slows me down. I think that bird's going to work. Oh. Oh, look at her. I'll have to resolve what happens down here just so her... I mean, I've been trying to think of what the algorithm, like, I should be, instead of, like, I can't do how-to videos because that would just send people, they get upset with me. But I just want to be like your companion. Oh, no. Gosh. And maybe, yeah, comedy show. Because this is, did you see what happened then? I wanted to get rid of that wonky, what was that? Is there a game called Crazy Birds or, oh, Angry Birds? No, not Angry. I just thought this is pretty crazy. Pin cushion for a vintage tea. it's actually a triangle. All right, but I know we can fix that. Let's mend it with some Pure Kate. Did another quick batch of wool dyeing this morning. So I was having like, what if I run out? What if I run out? What if I haven't got enough wool for me? So we will see. Should have been looking pretty like that. All right, let's make this rounder. Seeing with this cut anyway. I mean, do you notice I haven't put this one into the cup yet? Because I'm terrified what if she doesn't fit, but she will. I just want to see the birds. Oh dear. Shall I stop fighting now? Yeah, I won't. Let's just sit her up. Because the beak is what's been compromised by me cutting. And I will make this work. But you probably don't need to see it. It's just because I want the bird bit now that I know she's there. Okay, she's going to sit up like that. And I'm going to take that and the needle. We're not too far off. But I suppose what I've shown is it's much easier to do it that way. Let's just put her over there. Oh gosh. All right, Big Rose went fine. Saturn went fine. Birdie with alternative method. You know what I have to do is I just have to put that onto another piece, and then what's Scrappy? Oh, good. Oh, I could find her tail again. So that can go onto that piece and be gathered, and then she'll fit. If you can see what I'm trying to do. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. Let me just squash her in. That's determined Kate. There we are. Now I've got the bird. All right, there we are. That makes you feel better. And with that in mind, let's go to this nest, which I don't know whether I showed you. I was thinking of putting that doily on the bottom. I've changed my mind. Because, oh, see? Straight away automatically to the pin holder, the teacup. I've got a lot of things pinned. That's right. So I think I last showed you this when I was overseas. But I decided that was a waste of that beautiful thing in it was at the bottom, and it's not quite flat. However, I'm committed to putting this. So if you knew, this is a nest that I made from scratch, and it's got usual things that I love on it, and I had some extra things over that I was going to put on it with you. Oh yeah. I bought these home from Gabriella. It's beautiful vintage trimming. And I love the more that we can have little dangles of joy everywhere. So that's sitting there. That's there. Try and make them not too regular. So we'll put that on there. And why these? I found that crown. This is Gabriella's crown as a brooch. Well, I found it at Gabriella's. I'm going to wear that. So that's why that's out. But I also have these little pearls that I haven't used for ages, and they would look beautiful on the nest. I think maybe over here. So the nest, and I know some of you are coming to my course or workshop in Texas for the nest. These are one of my favourite things to make because it's just an eclectic gathering of any, like the bowerbirds. So the idea is you are the bowerbird. There's a hat pin, which is a bowerbird collection, and let's get something on the needle. I am embarrassed about that wild job I made with the bird, but I know you'll understand. Okay, I've got a bit of thread left in here, so let's just start the anchoring. So literally like a bowerbird, when you find something or collect, you add it on. So that's for those that are coming to the that course. Like if you have, and you happen to be watching, I don't know whether you do, you know, just think outside the square, because I can't bring my whole nest with me, but think of bowerbirdy things that you might like to put on your nest to make it yours. And see, these pearls, you can go between them and they stand up. So it looks like I put that on upside down, but I wanted sort of the ribbon effect and then the pearls to be sculptural on the top. Oh, I hooked that one over. Oh. Finish that thread and start the new one. Because then we can go other directions. gosh, all sorts of noises happening here. Look at that. Oh, see, look at that. That little one is already functioning very well. Okay, so this is a bit plain here. I've got that little embroidery. Oh, that's why this was flagged over there, wasn't it? So this is the collage idea. We just put that rose upon this rose. So this flower is joining the other flowers. Oh. Sorry, I was going to say I thought the needle fell off again, but it didn't. And as I've said many times before, and you will understand, the more stitches you put in, the thicker and more strong the sides become. So here, yeah, let's embellish this leaf and make it a little flower petal. Like that. Here. It's feeling beautiful and soft in my hands. And I know many of you have made vessels. And I know some of you on the Facebook group have said that you're making your first nests and first pouches. So I'm very encouraged. Just start. Look up. You know, if you need more instructions, look up other YouTubers. And I just really think that things like this that you hold in your hand and are useful are just a union made in heaven for slow stitches. And literally, you can just so I'm taking some nests with me, and as soon as this is done, which will be in a couple of stitches time, I'm going to leave you and say au revoir and see you soon. You watch. I'm saying I won't be there forever. I'm saying I'm not making another video tomorrow afternoon, which is my last afternoon before I leave. But will I be able to resist? Will I need your company for moral support? Will I just want to say I'm so excited and you can't believe what I've packed? Who knows? I know not a lot of people watch videos on Mondays, but it doesn't matter. We will see. It will just depend. So if this is the last one for this week, it will certainly be a break until I make the next one. Just using up every bit of thread. You'll have to wait and see that little bit of fringe go on. That can come with me. That embroidery will be finished. Yeah, it's got lots of beautiful work. Oh, I could take this one on the plane. Anyway, see, look. I need to stop. Oh gosh, my video's getting long. It's because I enjoy spending the time with you so much. Okay, there we are. That's a little trio of pin cushions. In fact, there's 5 there now. A little family. There's a crown badge. I think of Missy. There's my other pin cushion. Thank you so much for being with me. I adore your company. I adore you. Take care. And we said sleep well, which is what I said to my son last night. And he did, back in his home. Okay, thank you everyone. I'll see you again soon. And sorry if I wasn't in the video at the beginning. Bye.